You need to scoot over a little. My color, kind of a yellow tint.
Mhm.
It's kind of a yellow tint, and our light is very white, so I don't know why it comes through yellow.
Who knows?
Hello.
Hey, Christy. Bill.
Welcome, welcome, everyone.
Bill, I'm jealous that you're in Destin, Florida. I've always wanted to go sit on that beach and you're doing it for me.
Yeah, we're here all week. We're starting to make this an annual trip since we have the Army Rec Center down here. We get real cheap rooms. So
Nice.
today we made our reservation for a week for next November.
And where is that on the up by Pensacola or where?
Yep, right near Pensacola, right on the Gulf.
That's where Trish and those guys
Pure
go.
white sand.
Yeah, pure white sand. So it's about
Nice.
3 hours from our house.
Very good. That's nice that you get a deal there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear they have beautiful beaches.
How's everybody else
Beach,
doing? Anybody else at the beach?
the beach we went to today has a sailboat crashed on it. Must be washed up during Hurricane Helene. It's still on the beach.
Oh, wow. Well, no beach for us. We're been like in the 30s and low 40s here in Utah. We had a little snow yesterday.
Yeah, it has begun. Christy, where do
Yeah.
you live? Christy Johnson.
At least they don't get hurricanes.
I live in Alberta.
Oh, you do?
Oh.
Okay. Did you get some snow?
We've had snow a few times already, but it's melted now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
What about Rob and Jara up there in Maine?
We haven't had any snow yet. It's actually been, we've had some nice warm days. It's kind of weird. It's unusual.
That's
No
good.
snow yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy it while you can, because you know it eventually will come, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for turning on your camera. So we're going to get going. We had a few people reach out to us and say, I'm in, but I can't come tonight, but please record it. So rather than wait around for people, there'll probably be a few stragglers come on, but
Yeah.
We're going to get going. So Lisa was going to start us off with some thoughts.
Thoughts? Okay, well, I was in a class today with Michelle McCullough, so that was really fun, and she gave me lots of great ideas. And I just wanted to share, let's see, what should I share? I'll share some of my, and I'll put this on the Facebook page, but she gave 30 different hook ideas or 30 different titles. And now that we're kind of getting into our groove, hook ideas are really good, at least for me, because I'm trying to come up with content and I always want to have something that pulls them in. So here's just some of them, and I'm going to have to expand this, but so sorry, my eyes are so bad I can't even read this slide.
Here. No, go up here
To what?
to zoom in on it.
Okay. So number one, like she said, proven ways to ... The biggest mistakes people make about blank. How to blank without blank. How to do blank and blank. Our strategy is ... You have to try this trick. Don't miss out on, wait, this is going away. Steal my blank, our strategy for blank. No, sorry. Steal our strategy for blank. Time-tested success strategies for blank. So you kind of get the point. These are all just kind of like intriguing, fun. I will post this. This is, Michelle said that I could share with you all, but she had a lot of good ones in here that I'm like, oh, those are good ones that I need right now. Can you relate to this? Did you know blank about this? So there's just like lots of fun ones in here. So I will share this, but it kind of got those wheels, those creative wheels turning that I needed for hooks, because our thumbnail is important, but also our hook is also. Rob and Jory, you've got some excellent ones on your channel, but I know I would sit around and think, okay, what am I going to name this film that I just did? And so this gave me a whole list of 30 that I could start with, gives me ideas. And I love that because I need help in that department. Sometimes I can think of things, and then other times I completely go blank. I don't know if any of you are like that, but you're like, okay, what do I name this? What could be intriguing? And it's same with our newsletter too. Oftentimes we fight because he's a very statement guy. I'm a very question girl, like intriguing. I want to, and so oftentimes my subject lines on our newsletters end with a question mark. His is very statement oriented. So anyway, this just gave me great ideas. And then she gave me some trivia that I wanted to share with you guys. 2 questions I'm going to ask you. She said, how many hours does the average Facebook consumer digest in a month, do you think?
That was a week. Is it a month?
Is it a month?
Okay.
Each month. The average Facebook gal or girl, how many hours?
No guys, just gals or
Gals
girls?
gals or guys, sorry.
Too many.
I'm gonna guess 50.
50, okay. Debbie, what do you think? She's not. I can't hear you. You're not unmuted. Sharon, what do you think? How many hours in a month?
I'd say between 50 and 60.
Okay. Debbie, are you on now? No, can't hear her. Okay. The average that the Facebook consumer digests in a month is 19 hours for the month.
That's not very much.
That's not,
I would
it was,
expect
I
to be
thought it was
higher.
going to be a lot more than that. Okay,
I
second.
thought it was, okay, I'm unmuted. I thought
there
it was
you go.
going to be like 30 or 40 because it's a lot. Seems like people are
think-
out there a lot.
Yeah, that's what I thought it would be over 50, like 50 or more.
I think
but-
it's probably gone down over the last few years, though.
Yeah, a certain demographic is on there, but and so maybe they don't digest as much. Okay, YouTubers, how many YouTube videos are watched per day on YouTube? Per day. Any guesses? Just raise your hand, unmute. Let's hear
It's in
it.
the millions, I know.
Okay. Do you say 1 million, Bill?
A lot more than that, I don't know. I've heard these statistics, but I don't remember them. But it's absolutely mind-boggling.
Okay. Anybody else have any guesses?
13 million.
How many?
13 million. That's my guess.
13 million? Okay. Anybody else
Molly?
want to take a guess?
I think Monty said, what'd you say, 100 million?
Yeah.
100 million.
Okay. Christy, did you say a number?
No, but I'm gonna guess like 60 million.
60 million. Sharon, do you want to give us a number? No. Connie, do you have any to say? I know you're on your iPhone. Maybe. Are you there? Okay. Okay. Get ready for your mind to be blown. 5 billion with a B per day. Okay. So there's when I heard that, I'm like, you know what? There is so much room in this boat for all of us to be in it, because with 5 billion views a day, like that is insane to me. So I just wanted to share that with you. There's lots more coming, but I just got off the call, and I just wanted to share a little bit with that. And then I'll now turn the time over to Jeff.
All right. So, right, I was thinking of something and now my mind just went blank. That happens a lot with me at my age. Excuse me. Oh, I was talking a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about this. It reminded me when she was talking about how many views there are a day, is there is plenty of room on YouTube for everyone. And, you know, it doesn't matter if I talked about this before. A lot of us have what's called imposter syndrome, where we think, why would anybody want to listen to us? There's somebody else that could do it so much better than me. There's all these big people with, you know, tens of thousands of subscribers, and I have 7, and they're not going to want to listen to me. But there are people that will connect with you and who don't necessarily connect with the big, you know, the big influential YouTube creators, excuse me, who might connect with you. And no matter how dynamic or how plain you are, it doesn't matter. There will be people that will connect with you. But the important thing, and like we keep saying over and over, is to record videos and post videos. And I think a lot of people on this call who are new have done that. They've created their channel. They posted a video or two. Debbie, I saw yours on there. Christy, I saw you posted one, and that's awesome. So this I'm preaching to the choir. This is a little more for the people who maybe aren't here tonight, who hopefully will watch the recording. But I know there's people who haven't necessarily pressed record and uploaded the video. And you know, I'm the type who I'll spend a lot of time planning something before I actually take action. And for a lot of people, it's easy to spend a lot of time and put off the actual taking action and spend too much time planning. So I want to ask you a question, and imagine this. If there's a girl that makes pots, and she spends 6 months making a pot that she just wants it to be just perfect. And so she spends 6 months making this pot. And then there's another girl, and she makes a pot every day for 6 months, a clay pot, okay? Every day for 6 months. At the end of 6 months, who do you think is going to be a better potter? The person who made one pot and took 6 months to perfect it, or a person who made one pot every day for 6 months?
That girl.
The second person, right? And so, you know, that's how it is with videos. Like, you know, I've made quite a few videos, but the first one that we did on our channel, I hated it. And the second one that I did one last weekend, and I didn't like it. I planned it and I did everything, but I didn't execute it as well as I wanted to. But the great thing about it is there's always the next video. You can post, you know, the next video you can get a little bit better. And we talked about that last week. And it's really better to improve your skills by doing rather than planning. Yeah, the planning's important, and we're going to talk about that a little bit today or tonight, but taking action is where the rubber meets the road. And if you don't do that, nothing's going to happen. So at the end of this call, I'm going to announce a little giveaway that we're going to do for people that take action. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But what I wanted to talk about is consistency. So I've shared this a little bit a few weeks ago, but I just wanted to reiterate it because I think it's so powerful. And that is, you know, we started our channel about 4 years ago, where we've had it for a long time, but we really started growing it about 4 years ago. And for the first 6 months or so, I was pretty consistent at it, posting 1 or 2 videos a week. And we got our channel up to about 5,000 subscribers within that 5 or 6 month period. And then I kind of just went inactive. I think in the next year I posted 3 videos, and Bill was bugging me all the time. Hey, I was looking at your channel. You haven't posted a video in like 6 months, and what's going on? But I really wasn't good.
That's good. We need the nudge. We need the
Yeah,
nudge.
and in that year, so think about it. In the previous 5 months, I believe I added 5,000 subscribers. Then in that next year, I only added about 1,000 subscribers, but I wasn't posting any videos. So what could I expect? The next year, I decided, you know what, I'm going to be better about this. And I started off pretty good, and then I kind of faded away. And maybe that year, this was 2023, I think I posted about 25 videos. And I grew my channel by about 2,500 subscribers. So I mentioned this before. At the beginning of this year, I decided I am going to be consistent. I am going to do a video a week. I kind of decided what's realistic, what can I do and not overwhelm myself. I was trying at the end of last year to really up my creativity and my quality of my videos, trying to add a lot of B-roll footage and voiceovers and all this kind of stuff. And I ended up spending like all day editing. It would take me 8 or 10 hours to edit a video. And I realized I can't do that. If I'm faced with that every week, I just won't do it. And so I just kind of boiled it down to what can I do? What do I feel like I actually can do every week, commit to it and stick to it. And so I decided I can do about an 8 to 15 minute video. I'm gonna plan it out, but I'm not gonna, it's not gonna be scripted. It's not gonna be, fancy B-roll footage and all this stuff. It's just gonna be what I can do in shoot in an hour. I spent about an hour planning, an hour shooting, and a couple hours editing. That's what I felt like I could do. So I committed to that in January. And I was just looking at my stats before this call. And I've done, I think about 45, 42 or 43 videos this year. So just about a video a week. I don't know how many weeks there are left in the year, but I've missed a few weeks. But for the most part, I've done a video a week. And this year, our channel, by the end of the year, we will have grown it by about 12,000 subscribers. So the point is, it's all about consistency. And if you're not consistent, what did you say last night when we were talking about this? You said something about YouTube. It's kind of like a job. What did you say?
I said, it's kind of like having a job. If you show up, you get rewarded. If you don't show up, they kick you out. And they're going to serve up your content when you show up and make a video. They're going to just like, nah, you're not consistent enough. We're not going to serve it up to other people. And that's kind of how I feel about it. And backing up to what Jeff said about like starting the channel, we started with the name Our Thriving Life, and all we did was cooking videos for the first little while, and that just did not work.
And it was just strictly cooking with Thrive.
It was just cooking with Thrive. And so don't make that mistake like we did and just cook with Thrive. You got to do other things. And Michelle McCullough actually said it's more of a 90-10 split, 90% something else, 10% because YouTube is very exact. And I'll give you an example. And I think Jeff shared this, that he did a video one time about a drone, and in here he's building vans, and people come to his channel wanting to hear how to on vans. And he did this drone video and it didn't do well. And
no, it actually did, but it didn't get me any subscribers.
Okay.
And I actually had people unsubscribe because it's like, what is this? This isn't why I signed up for this channel.
Right. And then he was putting in this system in our house and put that on the van channel. And it said, your subscribers are not liking this.
You got to give it context. So you said this system. So
whatever you were,
I installed,
you were putting.
I installed a solar backup generator on our house last weekend. And so I installed the solar generator, solar panels outside, and it ties into our breaker panel on our house so that we can run just a handful of things if we have a power outage. And so I put that video up on both our van channel because I do a lot of electrical stuff on my van channel. So I thought, well, this kind of ties in. And then I also put it on our new healthy prep. We can't even remember our own channel name. Anyway, it's about
healthy and being prepared.
Being healthy and prepared. Getting prepared with healthy food. Okay, so I put it on both of them. On our van channel, I think I can look real quick, but it's doing okay, but it's not doing as well as a normal video. All right, hang on. Well, let me just say that. So on our brand new channel with 7 subscribers, it has 3 views. Okay, in about 3 days, 3 views in 3 days. On our other channel, on our van channel, why can I not do this? Switch accounts. Switch accounts. So on our van channel, it has about 900 views. But if I click on the analytics, it says your regular viewers aren't interested in this content. So it's kind of a slap in the
And
face.
Michelle said that you have to be very, like, whatever because your tribe comes to see, like, for instance, Jara, you know, she's doing preparedness stuff and they come there to get tips and recipes and whatever she's doing there. And if she comes in and she's doing facials one day, they're like, wait, this is not what I signed up for. And she said they're very specific of why they come to you. So you have to stay within your box. So we're learning that, but anyway, just kind of.
And once you build influence, it's easier to branch out into other things. Bill, I think you found that, right? As you've grown more influence on your YouTube channel, you're able to talk about a lot of different things. You've said to me before, I think you said people will tune in just to watch you mow the lawn or something like that. I remember.
Yeah, we have about 4 or 5 different topics that we cover, but we had, you know, close to, I don't know, 70 or 80,000 subscribers before we started branching out. And we did that because people started asking us questions about ourselves, about our lives, and that sort of thing.
Sure.
And that's when I said, yeah, we had a woman who one time said, I love all of your videos. I would watch a video of you reading a phone book.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that's right.
The point is they're invested in us, not in our topic. And that takes time to develop.
Yeah.
And that is the ultimate
But
goal.
even so, you know, even though we do 4 or 5 different topics, if we veer from one of those that we do all the time, it doesn't do well.
Yeah. Yep. And really, I think that's the goal, is in the long run to build yourself as a brand, right? And Bill's done a good job of that. That's something that, and so then when you do talk about something else, when they know, like, and trust you, then they're going to listen to you as you start to branch out into other things. But you should always keep in mind your audience and why they came to your channel, and try to, even if you try to branch out a little bit, it should still be somewhat related. Kind of like me with this backup power system. I build power systems for vans and RVs. So I thought my people would be interested in a backup power system on the house, and not so much. So nothing wrong with trying things, but it just goes to show you, especially when you're a smaller channel, it's very specific. They always say when you start, you should niche down, really get a pretty narrow niche. And then as you build the influence, you can branch out.
Yeah, you know, when we first started, our channel was called Tiny House Prepper, and we had 2 topics, tiny living and prepping. And we tied them together by saying, how do you prep when you live tiny? And so that kind of tied it all into one cohesive thing.
Yep.
And we only did content videos about either tiny living or about prepping in general, not just Thrive, you know, for quite a long time before we started to branch out.
Yep. Good information. So back to the topic of consistency. How do you get consistent? And this is something that we've talked about before, but I just really want to drive this home, is until I first of all made the commitment of, I set a goal, but I made sure it was realistic and that I could put in the work that it would take to do 1 video a week. I kind of narrowed down my scope. I simplified my process so that I knew that I could do it each week. And then I put it in my schedule. I have on my calendar, Wednesday mornings, I plan my video. In fact, this morning, I was sitting there this morning and I was filling out the outline of the video that I'm going to do this week. And then on Friday, I shoot it. Friday morning, I go in early before anybody else gets into our shop, and I take about an hour and I shoot the video. Occasionally, we are out of town or something on Fridays. So in that case, I try and do it on Thursday. And so that's why I plan on Wednesday. So I kind of have 2 days that I could shoot it. Now, last weekend, you know, like Lisa mentioned, we did this video on the backup solar system for the house. And some of you know, we have an Airbnb rental in our basement, and we had people in our basement for all last week staying there. And all week they were gone all day, and then they'd come home at night, and then they were gone all day. So on Saturday, I had this plan. I normally, like I said, do my video on Friday, but I had to do it at my house. So I planned on doing it on Saturday. And so on Saturday, these people wouldn't leave, and it was going to be loud. I was having to drill into concrete. They were right on the other side of the
I
wall.
was cracking up because he was just like, they won't leave. They won't. I'm like, they're renting our place. Like, they're not supposed to leave.
I
Like,
know, but
anyway.
they left
But it
every
was
other
driving
day.
him crazy because he had this goal. in
Yeah,
his
I had my
mind.
goal, and I'm like, my whole plan is going out the window. How am I going to do this? I plan on doing it Friday, but I made an exception and said I'm going to do it on Saturday, and then they wouldn't leave. So anyway, I finally got it done. But it kind of reminded me that when you really make a commitment and you put it in writing, you calendar it, and I've been doing it now for 10 months, that when I couldn't do it, something got in the way, I couldn't do it. It was really frustrating to me. And I feel like that's where you need to get with this, is you need to be committed enough that it really bothers you if you don't do it. Now, yeah, we all, we go on vacations and other things, and there's going to be weeks that you don't do it. That's fine. But on a regular basis, you really need to have a schedule and keep to it. And I found for me that it really helps a lot to have it in my calendar, and I just have time blocked out every week that I do it.
Yeah, and Michelle says you need to have the daily, weekly, monthly planning meetings with whoever you're working with, whether it's a partner of yours or a friend or whatever, but just have those planning meetings so that you can get things scheduled. Sometimes you can schedule things, a group of videos out for a month in advance, and then you're like, you just have to plan the details, right? But if you kind of know the subject lines, what you're going to use in advance, I think that can be very, very helpful.
Okay. All right. We're going to open it up to if you have any questions, but before that, I'm going to tell you about this giveaway. So this is the mic that I told you about last week. It's a directional shotgun mic. We'll work with a camera or a phone, has the windsock or the dead cat on it, or when you're outdoors. I'm going to give this away, and here's the way it's going to go. This is for you newer YouTube people. So anybody that has like less than 100 subscribers, sorry, Jara and Rob and Bill, anybody that has less than 100 subscribers has a chance at this, okay? And what I'm going to do is on the Facebook group, I'm going to post, and then in the comments, I'm going to ask you to put how many subscribers you have right now. And the first person to grow their channel by 100 subscribers is going to get this, okay? So I will send it to you with the cable and everything. So the challenge is grow your channel by 100 subscribers as fast as you can.
I know right now it seems like we're walking through mud to grow anything on these channels, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, and all it takes is one video. You've got to just keep posting videos, and you're going to find, oh, this one got 7 subscribers, and this one got 95 subscribers. I mean, not subscribers, views. And then one's going to click that's just going to take off, and that's going to get you, like Bill has one video that almost half of his subscribers came from. And so you've got it in you. You just don't know really which one it's going to be. But if you go back to what we talked about last week, where you really research the hot topics, and then you use that video recipe that we talked about last week, you can create a video that can go viral. And that's really what it takes to start really growing your channel. So if you can do more than one video a week, you're going to grow faster than if you just do one. One, I would say, is the minimum, but if you can do more than that, that's awesome. You'll just grow faster. Okay, so I'll look for that post here after this, and we'll give that away to somebody. Now, does anybody have any questions? We don't have a lot of people on here, so go ahead and you can just unmute yourself. Bill.
Yeah, I just wanted to say you were talking about consistency and scheduling, and something that we do, and Elizabeth just reminded me of it. We have a specific schedule of when we're going to post our videos. If we know we're not going to be able to post a video, we'll just put up a short saying, hey guys, life got in the way. we can't make it, we'll see you next week or something like that. It just keeps the consistency because we find if we don't do that, people will come onto other videos and say, "Hey, are you guys okay? You missed your Friday video." So we just always just put out a little notice if we know we're not going to make it.
That's
I
a good
also
way to
wanted to
do it.
show you, you just were talking about that mouse that had that big, I mean, that microphone that had that big dead cat on it.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is one of our cameras. See this little thing here? That's
yeah,
called a dead mouse.
yeah.
It's small
Looks
and it
like it
slides
does
right on.
The cat killed the mouse, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Debbie asked, this is a Rode microphone, Rode. Rode it's an Australian company. They make really good audio equipment. So that's what it is, Debbie.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
Any other questions or comments?
I just have a question about like your niche and stuff. Because my channel is called Easy Family Days, and my whole idea is to share my systems and plans that I use for meal planning and making meals and grocery shopping and budgeting and cleaning and all of the systems that I've put in place over the years that I can keep up with all my housework and homeschooling and everything. But is that too broad of a niche?
I
Or
would
is that
call it
okay
like
because I'm
something
just
like
talking?
systematic mama. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So that it just covers everything systematic that you've done versus what did you say it was called?
Easy Family Days?
Easy Family Days. So do you see how that would like systematic mama versus easy family days? I'm not sure what easy family days, but I think it needs to be like niche down a bit.
Well,
Okay.
that's just the name of the channel. I mean,
Right.
I don't think the name of the channel is the most important thing, though. I mean, yeah,
It's
you
what
could
you
change
do.
it. It's what you do and what you talk about. And really, if you think about who you want to attract, the type of person that you want to attract to your channel, would all of those things appeal to not, it doesn't, everything you talk about doesn't have to appeal to every single person,
Right.
but to the masses, would all of those things kind of tie in? And it seems to me that a mom that homeschools would be interested in systematizing things and being efficient and convenient and saving time. So to me, what you talked about, that kind of seems like the same type of person in general that would appeal to. That's my feeling. What does anybody else think?
I think I think it sounds good, and I think it sounds interesting. Like I would want to watch that channel. And I was also gonna say, like, when you're just getting started and you don't have a whole lot going on, sometimes like as you do different videos, you'll kind of develop, it'll take a certain direction. Like you might see certain videos that people respond to more, and then you kind of follow that direction. So it can still shape a certain way as you go. But I think that sounds really interesting and good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for that. And like I have been struggling with the name. Some of my kids and family like Easy Family Days and some of them don't. But I was trying to come up with a name that, you know, because it's going to be kind of different aspects of family. So it's not just going to be like one thing. So I was trying to come up with kind of a broad name, but I really like your idea of the systematic mama too.
I think that's actually a pretty catchy name. Yeah.
Yeah. So does anybody have any feedback on that and what they, what they're drawn to for a name for that?
I think systematic mama is more specific. It describes a little bit more what people will be seeing if they go there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not
Calling it mama makes it cute.
yeah, and it's still
You know,
it's not
that just,
yeah, it's not so niche down. I think that you could do so much with that name, so much. And especially so it's about, do you do homeschooling, Christy?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, I just think, yeah, because I would imagine in my mind that some moms want to homeschool, but they're not very organized, and that they would look to your content to see how to get organized or see how you've got the house laid out or however. I know Holly does it too, and I'm always just amazed that you can have the patience, have the organization, all that stuff. I think I would kill my kids. I'm just kidding. But
well, and
Kudos
And
to
you know,
you.
I imagine you're already really doing this, but one of the things that's really, I think, very, very important is just be real. In other words, just relax, be yourself, and you don't have to present something that is always super polished or everything falls into place perfectly. There'll be a lot you can share that so many different, like moms and women trying to organize things would appreciate, but they're going to want to kind of get to know you. And that doesn't mean we put anything out there that we don't want to have out there, but just don't be afraid just to be yourself. And I don't know exactly how to describe that, but the more we have just been completely authentic, the more people have liked it. Is that
Yeah,
That's
that's a really good point, Elizabeth.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
And
Christy,
don't
are you
worry,
on- are
if
you
you're
on-
not polished, then your people who are watching it will let you know in the comments if you're not polished. Right?
and other people will feel like they can relate to you more too.
Yes.
You know?
True.
Yes.
This is true. I think Bill's a lot like Jeff in that he's very perfectionist, and Elizabeth and I are on the just that, you know what? That spilled or we're all about the mistakes and like pointing them out and making fun of ourselves. And I think that
Yeah.
that lends too to the camera too. So it's just do you, right? Just be yourself, do your thing,
Mhm.
and people will click with you.
Yep. And I said this
Yeah,
before.
I'm a walking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Elizabeth.
you finish. Go ahead
No,
and finish.
I just gonna say I tease a lot that I'm a walking blooper reel. And and that's okay.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say that I've said this
So,
before,
yeah.
but your vibe creates your tribe. So,
That's true.
you're going to attract the type of people that connect with you and for who you are. And like Elizabeth said, just being authentic is the most important thing. Speaking of bloopers, I sometimes when Lisa does videos with me, I'll take all the bloopers out and then put them at the end, and people get a kick out of that.
Because there's
People
quite a
love
few
that.
with me. Lots and lots of edits.
Yeah.
Edit that out. That out. Yeah. Because I can never talk right. I can never get it all out. So it's many, many takes. But it's
Christy,
okay.
are you on our How to Thrive Online Facebook group?
Yes, I am, and I've been watching through the guides. They're
Yeah.
awesome, so thank you.
Okay, I thought you were. I thought I remember that. Guide number 2, the 4 pillars of social media. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I think it's the second training is specifically about how to identify your niche market, including going all the way down and identifying what their needs are and their wants and all those kinds of things. You can get really specific with that. And then I actually show you how to make a list and write down all of their needs and all of their wants. And then the next one is how to make an effective headline. What you do is you take all of those words that you identified for your niche and you plug them in to the headlines that we already have there that Lisa was talking about, and I got a whole list of them as well. Um, it's things like, how to blank, even if blank kind of thing, But if you haven't identified your niche market close enough, go through that video and that'll really help you narrow it down. And then it'll help you to write headlines that will appeal to the desires and needs of your niche market.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of that and the titles, you want to appeal to emotions, right? Either it might be curiosity, it might be fear of missing out, it might be wanting to know how to do something. But if you can create your titles for your videos appealing to one or more of those emotions, then it's going to do a lot better. And like we've talked about before, you can always change it. If you have a title and after a few days it's not doing very well and you come up with something better, you can go ahead and change it. And sometimes that will help give it a little kick as well. All right. Well, if there's not any other questions, let me just check the chat. A few people have chatted things in. Oh, 5 new messages. Somebody asked Bill's Facebook group, How to Thrive Online. There you go. Yep, I think we hit everything. So I want to thank everybody for being here. And if you haven't done a video, get one done this week. Get your first one uploaded. And if you've already started, let's make it a good week and really research a topic and find something that has potential to really get some good views and get 100 subscribers, new subscribers, and this will be yours. Is the shotgun or directional mics are great, especially like if you just have your camera on a tripod and you're standing talking to it, or even walking around, things like that. They're really good. So I like the wireless, which is why I don't use this anymore, but I use this for a long time. They're really good. So,
We use those a lot out, don't we use those outside? So it
Yeah.
knocks down the wind a
Yep,
little bit.
yep.
Yeah.
all right, guys, you have a
Okay.
great week and we'll talk to you next time.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.